Hello, everyone. Welcome to Weekend Conversations. First of all, let me thank you, all of you. You know, in the I know I've gone a bit slow on Weekend Conversations, and I'm not regular on it. But in the past 2 weeks, wherever I met my friends and colleagues from the technology ecosystem, technology fraternity, uh, I think every 3 out of 10 people whom I met asked me why have I slowed down on videos, why I'm not doing weekend conversations regularly. So I really thank all of you for your feedback and watching and waiting for these episodes keenly. So I will try to make it a regular feature and not disappoint you further. Now, recently, Airtel launched its priority postpaid plan, which uses network slicing technique of 5G technology, which essentially is a virtual, you can say, a sub network, which has a different kind of quality parameter, different kind of SLA, and it offers a superior service than what regular networks offer. It is more controlled, more managed, and hence offers better experiences. Now, the problem is, and the discussion around this is on two sides. While one side says it's absolutely fine, it's part of innovation, and there's no regulatory hassle as such, at least as of now, and it doesn't affect net neutrality. The other side has different views. They feel this should not be done. This will force more and more subscribers to go for this kind of service because the service of others will get choked and impacted. Well, let me try to address this objectively and then come to my main topic, which is should quality be chargeable or treated as a premium feature? See, as regards technicality and regulatory aspect, well, yes, as of today, I don't think there is any, technical or there is at least any regulatory, issue with what Airtel has started offering with network slicing. It does not affect net neutrality because net neutrality is more on content side, more on app side. You can't prioritize or give preference to a particular app over others on the network. So, for instance, if you as a subscriber are using, say, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Geo Hotstar, or any other OTT application of for entertainment, the network provider or the telco cannot prioritize or have a better I would say delivery for one app over the other. That is, in very simple terms, what net neutrality means. So here it doesn't affect because as a priority customer, you get a certain level of network quality and it doesn't then, differentiate or distinguish between the app's content or whatever you're consuming over it. It's kind of a fast lane, a toll road where you get better traffic, better experience, better speed. Now, so I don't see any issue because the regulatory framework allows it for now. Similarly, if we talk from technology point of view, yes, because there is network slicing in 5G, we should be, leveraging it. We should be exploiting it. There is it makes all the sense. If 5G has this future of network slicing, why shouldn't consumers be given this? Why shouldn't they be offered it? So no harm in that, and we need to keep on innovating. Otherwise, what are we making use of 5G as a technology? So again, no discussion on that. Now, I have some issue with this whole concept of offering tech quality for premium as a fundamental issue. And let me give some examples and cite some examples and see over the years how the business models have changed, especially on the service side. Let's, for example, take banking sector. The services, how does bank make money? We as individuals, we deposit our money, save some money from our earnings. Banks invest it, make profits, and give you a share out of it, which is interest. That is, in simpler terms, what banking is all about. And from the money bank makes, they have to, take care of all the costs. Now, what has happened in recent times? Banks have started, fragmenting all of the services and started offering them as value-added services. which is, absolutely absurd. Today bank is telling you if you want a teller, you have to pay more. If you want to do more than certain transactions in ATM, you have to pay more. Why? So if you have to generate a statement, you have to get a printed statement. There are charges for everything. And what happens that, once you reach a certain level, then banks call you a privileged customer or a preferred customer and waives all these charges. So it's absolutely absurd. I'm not into that domain, so I've not done an analysis that how much really money banks are making out of, but it looks really mediocre. Now imagine, this spanning out to some other areas. Let's take, for instance, hospitals, healthcare sector. Imagine hospital telling you, would you need a nurse service? Would you need, some other services, and treat them as value added and start charging them in your bill additionally. We know that we, God forbid, go to hospital, get admitted, and there's a bill, a fat bill, if it's a private hospital, and we pay for all of it, and we know all of it is given into it. Nursing services, other care services, they're all there. Now imagine, hospitals telling you like this, the way banks are doing these days. And then, hospitals telling you, do you need a prescription? Do you need discharge certificate? All that is chargeable. So that's again something absurd out there. Take, just span this out to education sector. Now tomorrow, schools tell you that, okay, here is a set of teachers. Now the students who have, studied with them, they have scored more than 90%. So if you want them to be with your children, you have to pay a premium for it. So, that's how we have started, disassociating quality and made it a premium feature. How is it even, how can we even think of this? All of this, what we have been doing all these years, implementing best business practices, implementing technology, going for innovations. At the end of the day, we have been saying that all of this is happening to make the quality better, to improve the quality of product or service. And today, once we are able to do it, we have started, charging for it and making it premium. So this is something which fundamentally, at least I am not very comfortable with. I think quality is essential. It's paramount. It is given. It is something fundamental. It has to come with, irrespective of what tier of service you are offering it at. Okay, one can understand there could be some experiential add-ons, and those could definitely be premiumized, so to say. You could ask consumers to kind of pay more for it. And I think for every industry, including the telecom operators, we have to please refrain from this, kind of effect, which is right now snowballing into every industry, where we feel that, okay, every, consumers are now buying premium smartphones, buying expensive TVs, buying expensive, consumer or household gadgetry. So let's start, making a premium opportunity everywhere. Sorry, that's a misreading, misinterpretation. What is happening in smartphone industry is partially because a lot of users were already, kind of ready for upgrade, because, majority of these users were already using a certain level of smartphone, and now they are making the next upgrade. And, it could be a particular product where consumers want to spend more. It cannot become a norm that in every industry, in every sector, you can expect this to happen. This is what I had to share in today's weekend conversation. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and keep your conversation, keep your dialogue coming in. It's really encouraging. I'll be back with you next week. Till then, enjoy your weekend and enjoy your time.